Good morning, high school. It is Monday, September 27th, and after a few really long trips and a really long year, I am finally back in our empty halls. It is weird being back on campus, not only after having been gone for a year ourselves, but being here when campus hasn't been used in such a long time. There are desks that no one has sat in since March of 2020. There are spaces that just haven't gotten used in a long time. Our poor Exco board has had nothing posted on it, and it's getting all mildewy and worn out. On the plus side, though, I think Whitefield might never have looked better because there haven't been any cleats on it in almost 2 years at this point. If I were to personify campus right now, I'd probably say that it's sad and lonely. It's not doing what it was designed to do. It's not fulfilling its purpose. And it's not just campus. Mr. Chow did a survey a few weeks ago for Chapel and asked all of you. And many of you are feeling sad and lonely, feeling like you're not doing the things that you want to do or feel like you should be doing here at school. And I wish we could do different for you. I wish we could do something better. But, this is where we're at this year, and we want to do the best together for each other. You've seen this in other places. Our school theme for this year is Seasoned Full of Grace, and Mr. Chow has talked in Chapel a few times about different ways that we can understand that and different things that could mean. And I want to take a little bit of a different take on it today as we think about our sad, lonely campus and those of you who may be struggling with feeling sad and lonely as well. We usually think of speech in verbal speech when we're sitting in front of somebody in a classroom, sharing lunch, actually sharing the same physical space with them. And we know that right now we can't do that with each other. We're not sharing the same space, and we're not talking verbally to each other as much. So much of our interaction is through Google Meet or Classroom and the distance learning classes that we are running right now. But there's still a lot of communication that happens between us. You probably know, as well as I do, the internet is not normally a place that is known for gracious speech and positive communication, but we can do better for each other. We can help each other out there. And as so many of you are feeling like you're all alone in dealing with online school and distance learning, we have a chance to use our speech, to use the speech as we're able to help, encourage, and support each other through this time. I would encourage you this week, as you think about stepping into this next block of classes with your classmates, with your teachers, with your homeroom members, to think through possible ways that you could use your speech in gracious ways to help encourage and support each other through this time. It's another 5-week block. It's coming up. Hopefully it's going to go fast and we'll be, 2/3 of the way to Christmas break. But we do want to make sure that we are sticking this out together, that we're supporting each other, that we're helping each other get through this. And using our speech is one of the ways that we can do that, even if it's typing messages and talking on chat or Google Classroom and not being able to, sit down for lunch with somebody. So maybe think through this week. Who could you encourage? Who could you just send a quick note and say, I'm glad you're in my class. I'm glad you're in my homeroom. I'm thankful for the interaction that we had last week in class, maybe. Who could you send a note to and, just affirm something about them. Say something that you appreciate about how they've interacted with you, with their classmates, something that you've appreciated contributed to a class discussion or to a homeroom discussion. And this isn't limited to your classmates. We, as teachers, are kind of feeling sad and lonely too. We wish we could be with you. And there are teachers who are struggling with knowing if this is the right thing to be doing and feeling like they want to do more and want to be involved more with you. So maybe even sending one of your teachers a note, thanking them for the things that they've done, encouraging them for the ways that they've helped you in class or homeroom or whatever that is. So even though we can't sit down, share a meal, share a classroom, and talk face to face, we can still encourage each other with our speech. We can still let our words be seasoned and gracious and be encouraging in this time that we have together. So as we launch into this week, launch into this block, I'd encourage you to find ways to use your words, to bless and help and support and encourage each other. Send a quick note, send a quick email, shoot your teacher a chat, shoot your classmates a chat, and just let them know how you appreciate them, why you appreciate them. Let them know that you're praying for them and that you're thankful that they're a part of your school this year, even though we're just distance learning and can't actually be on our sad, lonely campus right now. So use your words. They can still be seasoned. They can still be gracious. They can still be encouraging to each other. So I encourage you to find ways to do that this week as we begin our next weeks of distance learning this semester. So I am thankful for you. I hope that my words also have been gracious and encouraging to you all this year. That is my prayer, that I can still be an encouragement even though I cannot be with you and share a campus with you this year. So looking forward, as always, to the time that we get to do that. And until that day comes, stay safe, stay sane. I left my office thinking I'd be back in 2 months, so it's a little bit disorganized right now.